Hey there, everybody! Seth here, and welcome back to the Steel Maiden Celica Monthly Progress Showcase number 3. And, oh, fuck, I don't really know how else to start this. Son of a bitch. Okay, never mind, I got it. So, luckily, I think the last one we did will probably be the longest one, and all the others will maybe be shorter, depending on how things go, but, we'll see. This one might be a little shorter than the first two in general, just because, I've been doing stuff, but as you can see, a lot of the, like, shit got knocked out, essentially, in the last one, so... And I will also note that, because of when I got caught here, you'll, get to see a first example of, well, the fact that she's, in progress. But in any case, there is some nice neat little shit here I got to show for you guys, so hopefully you enjoy that. Go ahead and get right into that. For obviously, I will note as well, first off, that, the music in the back is different once again. This is the third and final candidate for her theme I have picked out. So with that said, and as you hopefully all heard all three of them, go ahead and I guess, well, maybe if you want, go ahead and let me know which one of you like the most. I think general consensus so far I've heard is that the one I used for her in the first video is the best, but I figured now that you guys have heard all three that you can get a whole more clear opinion on that, hopefully. And with that out of the way, we can get into the more technical things I've been up to with her for the past month or so. A little less maybe than I would have wanted to get done, but it's just me being critical of myself. It's been a little hectic here. Alright, let's see. What do we got first on the agenda? We have... for her 3C, the only thing I really did to her 3C, I upped the counter hit, untechable time for her knockdown. I increased it, last video I believe it was. It wasn't really that much of a dramatic increase, didn't really give her anything to, wrong setting, idiot. Didn't really give her anything cool or anything, or, like, useful. So, I upped the counter hit knockdown time again, and now you can actually go into 2D and stuff off of it now, and among other things. So you get better stuff on counter hit 3C, essentially, because the knockdown's longer. Next up, speaking of 2D... 2D got the same treatment, apparently. I doubled the counter hit knockdown time so that you get actual, like, useful shit off of it, instead of it being, like, barely different at all whatsoever. Simple as that, luckily. Alright, let's see... Oh, yes, we can talk about this. A change I ran across you guys last time has now fully been implemented, and that is all of Minerva's attacks, i.e. any move where Minerva is hitting and Celica is not. So 5D isn't affected by this, but stuff like 5B, 5C, 2C, anything where Minerva's the main attacker basically applies to this, are projectile level 2, and Celica is actually projectile invincible for the duration of the times that, Minerva's attack is active, which essentially means that Minerva can swat away most projectiles with her attacks if you time it properly. As this property only applies to when Minerva's attack is active, essentially with exceptions like Hot Rotier, the Hot Rotier armor we discussed, and, or not Hot Rotier, but, Hot Rotier, Mortuflon, 5DD, those all don't change at all. But, this means that some moves are better than others for this. For example, 5C is obviously going to be a better move at destroying projectiles than, like, 5B is. And the reason that Celica is projectile invincible is because, well, I think I already explained this, but, sometimes Minerva would hit the projectile, but Celica would still get clipped despite that. So that's why Celica also has the additional projectile invincibility set onto her while Minerva's attack is active. But, yeah, some moves better for this than others. It's more of a, like, novelty than anything, because, I mean, you already have Lance Quiche, 5DD, all this other shit for going around projectiles. But, I mean, hey, it's a pretty cool thing. I didn't really think of any other character was gonna really... doesn't fit with any other character, so I figured, what the hell, might as well let Celica have it. If anything, you can use destroying projectiles like this for style points. I think you aren't gonna be able to blow through Rachel's Tempest Dahlia with it, but, well, almost, actually, but... it'll probably have its nuanced uses. And with that, I must also address an indirect change with this to 6B. This now has the head invincibility, now also has projectile immunity to kind of go with this from how, yeah, I figured it was already head invincible. It's active for like most of the move anyways. It'd be really weird to flip with invincibility flags for it in the middle of the attack, so yeah, the projectile invincibility for this is attached to its head invincibility. Alright, this next one I do kind of want some feedback on, luckily, so it's good that I have it all set up here. This is going to be a little awkward, but I'll obviously explain my process for it as usual. And that will be the changes to 2-6A Art Grille. So, Art Grille, not only, well, first off, it's projectile level 2 now, so obviously it blows through more shit. It has less recovery, so you can fire it off faster, essentially, in succession. And also goes full screen, and it also, in addition to that, no longer whiffs at point-blank range. But as you will notice, the shot will now fire directly in front of Celica and stall for a second before eventually shooting forward. I should probably turn off counter hits for this. And basically, this is meant to be kind of let you use it as like Makoto's Comet Cannon or Jin's Snowflake. With proper timing, it is a little, you can't just go 3C and then fire off projectile. Obviously, the tech invincibility will make it whiff. You have to kind of delay it and then set it up. But yeah, I was mostly at a loss on what to do with this, so I'm like, you know, Celica has the beam here. So, and a lot of other shit that basically blow through zoners, so might as well let her use this to kind of mount her offensive pressure in a way. Obviously, if any of you think this is not good, especially if any of you actually play Celica and think, well, this is kind of fucks everything up, Seth, maybe don't do that, let me know, obviously, because I will gladly undo this, but I figure that it gives her a little extra utility for it. I keep mistiming it, though, so it's a little hard to show that off. Is that everything? Yes. But yeah, give me your opinions on that, and if that's a bad change, I'll take it off, and then I'll just have everything else on it, and, well, there's not really much you can do to Art Grille here, more or less, so, yeah, that's probably enough on it anyways. Next up, Lance Quiche! Oh boy, finally, yes indeed, we have gotten to this point. The final of Celica's, enhancer special sort of things, you know, the ones that get charge levels. And indeed, Lance Quiche, just like Mortu Flan and Hachiro Tier, can be charged now. Albeit the animation looks like shit compared to the other two, but I can't really do much about that, unfortunately. But anyways, Lance Quiche got much more full changes. In addition to the buffed base damage that it got that I explained a little while back, it now has the following. Projectile armor has, of course, been changed to frame 1. In fact, it's not actually armor anymore, it's complete invincibility, so... Wrong move, you idiot. Shit. God damn it, Rachel. As you can see, she'll just blow through it rather than take hits through armor, etc., etc., so that makes it better for that as a whole. The Paration 1 has been raised from 80 to 90, making a better starter. And obviously, as I already went over, that just like Mortu and Hot can be charged with 3 levels, giving it, with each level giving it more damage, ground slide, untechable time, travel distance, and decreased pushback for mid-screen follow-up possibilities, which is mainly what level 1 is for. Obviously, level 1 plus, just like level 1 Hachiro Tier, and level 1 Mortu Flan. Level 1 Lance Quiche will Fatal Counter, and in addition to that, it will, obviously, with less pushback and more ground slide, you can run up and get a mid-screen follow-up with it. Level 2 will have the attack automatically transition into Backblast hits upon connecting. Which, oh boy, yes indeed. Ooh, that looks better than when I last looked at it, actually. I guess I can't really remember. Although, admittedly, it does a little less backblast hits than if you actually, like, did a backblast. You can see it's 5 hits. And that's 6 total. Kind of depends on your spacing, because I just got 6 backblast hits there. But, yeah, it's a little finicky, but you will get automatic backblast hits from charging to level 2. Obviously very much increasing the attack's damage and corner carry and being very good for scaling because backblast has very good duration on it. Which, speaking of, backblast will now deal a short hard knockdown afterwards with 50% more air and takeable time. By short, I do mean short, but it is noticeable. The damage on each backblast hit has been raised from 200 to 300. The duration 2 has been raised from 101 to 103, meaning upscales damage a lot better. And if, well, I'll go into the next portion of Lance here before I explain the rest of backblast changes. You'll notice I skipped level 3 and went to backblast changes. Well, that's because level 3 is kind of in the middle of tuning at the moment, but as for how it looks right now, I think it's best to show on the corner here. Yeah. So, my idea with this is to kind of make it carry you with way more hits, like half screen. It's not quite hitting the way I want it to, and I mean, just getting level 2 to work the way it does right now was a bit of an ordeal, not gonna lie, but I also do not want level 3 doing 6k on hit either. That's a little obnoxious. Especially when this does 4290 and this does 5170. But at the same time, this doesn't have as much invincibility as these other two. So maybe giving Lance the highest reward on level 3 is the right idea? Due to only having projectile invincibility. Oh, this is a force fatal counter like it should. Note to self, make level 3 Lance force fatal counter. But, yeah, level 3 Lance is kind of still in the balancing process, but I intend to hopefully have it carry you half screen and then give Celica follow-ups off of it, obviously.
I'm so sorry.
Now then, going back to Backblast, however, if you do essentially do level 3 Lance, then Backblast will get buffed as well, with it dealing 450 damage instead of 300 and 105 P2 instead of 103, and attack level 4, and obviously, of course, way more hits. But, yeah, hopefully that'll be polished by next video. We'll, well, it almost definitely should at that point in time. I'd fucking hope. But I guess we'll see. Next up, how are we doing on time? So 15, well, counting stuff I have to cut out 15 minutes. It'll probably be a lot shorter. This is probably actually a sub 20-minute video, hopefully. But next up, we come to a distortion buff. Or actually, let's save the distortion for after we go over the last special. So I actually buffed 236B2, it looks like. The beam is now projectile level 3, and it also no longer whiffs at point blank. This would whiff at point blank on like unlimited Celica and stuff, but not anymore. And in fact, if you hit it at point blank, you can actually dash up for how slow they bounce into the wall and get a follow-up off of it. So hitting beam at close range is actually pretty good to do. Alright, that out of the way. Now we can go to distortions. Which, yeah, we'll go with the major one here. So, this distortion finally got changed and buffed accordingly to its fullest extent. Saber Unglaze 632146B, the laser beam special super that literally nobody uses because it was fucking, well, it's kind of a waste of meter because, well, Cast Volute is way better for damage, etc., all like that. Well, I went and gave Saber its own unique niche to make it worth using, and that would be Saber Unglaze is now a gross hybrid of Unlimited Nine's Flame Punisher and Kokinoe's Golden Tiger Laser, with massively increased Poration 2 value from 69 to 97, 20% minimum damage from 15%, attack level 5 from 3, double the air attackable time, and it wall sticks in the corner and has a short wall bounce mid-screen. Wait, what? That was not a bounce mid-screen. Maybe if I do it when she's closer to the edge of the screen? What the fuck? It was supposed to, like, be like that. But I guess not. Saber doesn't wall bounce like 236B mid-screen. Luckily, that's a pretty fucking simple thing to correct. But anyways, that's what it will do. Eventually. Right, I might as well show up the wall stick too here. So, with the wall stick... What? What the fuck? I could have swore when I tested this before recording this last time I worked on Celica that it did the wall bounce and the stick. What the fuck? Huh. Well, I guess she still does get follow-ups without the wall stick and stuff, because... Well, I fucked up, but you already saw that I got a conversion off of it. Let's see... Yeah, literally all of the changes I just listed besides the minimum damage is actually from Kokonoe's Golden Tiger. But you get the idea. It's still part Flame Punisher with the minimum damage increase, but, yeah, that you get what I was going for. Projectile level of Saber has been raised to level 3, and this has the unique ability to be canceled into and out of any other distortion that Celica has, which I don't think I've actually let you cancel into it from anything yet. Let me check real quick here. I think I haven't implemented that yet, but you can cancel Saber into any, yeah, you can cancel Saber to a distortion. But you can't quite cancel any distortion to Saber yet. But you will be able to cancel any distortion to Saber, including Casfalute, fucking Beam Dash here, Airplane super even, but for now you can do cool stuff like this because of how you can cancel it. Booyah, baby! Anything else here, I think? No, okay. Well, I guess I should note that because of messing with Saber, that if you do her Exceed Excel cancel into it, this will now technically go into the Overdrive version of Saber, which obviously I haven't done anything to the Overdrive version of Saber yet, but just wanted to throw that out there, that it will now do the Overdrive version instead of the regular version, because fuck it, might as well. Now then... Next up, yes, speaking of another distortion, we have done some in progress. This isn't all the buffs it's going to be getting yet, I think. We'll see. But we did some additional buffs to Casfalute. This move now has a much longer knockdown afterwards, as you probably notice. Once she's done, and this is basically to give you more advantage off of using it to end your combo. You can't follow up after the super, which I guess kind of conflicts the change I listed for Saber. Maybe you won't be able to cancel Cask into Saber. We'll see how that goes. I'll think about it, but basically, yeah, the knockdown's to give you more advantage after ending your combo with Cask here. So notice you have a lot of time to just run up and do whatever there. Essentially the whole point of that. I still think that Cask is kind of weak compared to shit like Here Comes the Airplane. Weak compared to Saber on Glaze now, in addition. Weak compared to Beam Dash, so I do intend to maybe buff Cask in other ways. Probably gonna give it more damage and shit, along with another change I won't spoil quite yet, assuming I go through or don't go through with it. But yeah, expect more buffs from Cask. Speaking of Beam Dash, I only did one change this, and I actually just gave it a new voice line, which is, Oh, Seth, you idiot, that isn't the only change we did to it. 63214-6D, along with having a new voice line for it. This move can now be used in the air. And Celica will obviously reappear in the air once you finish with it. Bit of a novelty, but I kind of figured the move kind of had an animation where you could use the air, and I kind of thought it'd be a little cool to give her an air super. And you can do this neat little thing off of it as well, if you're at the right altitude. You can actually air dash cancel off of that and, like, get a JC. Like that. And then more after that if you don't suck. But, yeah, this is an air super now. Obviously, the beams will still spawn down on the ground by the opponents if they don't whiff. All of the attributes of the ground version otherwise apply to this. And that it even has the same amount of recovery as the ground version, so obviously, judging by the air dash you saw, you can actually act out of it near instantly. Neat little novelty there. Alright, next up we have her Astral! Not much to really be said about this one. The Astral will now hit low, and in addition to that, I made Minerva's final hit here do a lot more damage for extra flashiness. Instead of doing 20,000, she'll do 50,000. Obviously, it doesn't make a difference, but I figure it's a little cooler to have it do more damage. The low hit obviously has its uses, though. Let's see. For the last things we have to go over, indeed, this will actually be a very short video indeed, Seth. Cool. Barely scraping this one up. This is the last fucking day. This is going up on Halloween. The last fucking day of the month. Oh, fuck, Halloween's this Sunday. I thought it was Monday. Oh, good thing I fucking recorded this then, Seth. We would have fucked up our fucking, the monthly part of Monthly Progress Update. Right then. Anyways, the last changes we have to go over are for her Overdrive, in fact. Her, passive health regeneration will go up slightly during Overdrive. Not too much, but it's really slightly noticeable degree. She'll be regenerating her health faster. This is an in-progress change, but during Overdrive, I should maybe crank this up to permanent here for this. During her Overdrive, all of her D-normals can freely cancel between one another. So as you can see, 5D can go into 6DD, or 2D can go into 6DD, or 2D can go into 5DD. And I'm really trying to fuck around with this, because the way all of her drive moves are mapped is a little hard to pick out which ones you want in certain cases. You kind of have to go like 1, 2, or wait, can you do... Yeah, 1, 2, and then like 2 back to 1. It's not as freeform yet as I would like it to be. But obviously, as you can see, you can still do some really nutty stuff here with it. To tie in with that, I have kind of been considering making all of her drive moves like her drive follow-up. So 5DD, 6DD, all this shit have its own command that you can use standalone. You can, of course, you'll still with a... I intend for you to hopefully still be able to just mash D if you want strings with the drive moves, but in the case of her Overdrive here, you'll be able to do specific commands to get 2D, or 2DD, or 6DD, all that good stuff. Kind of ran into a roadblock with that so far, but hopefully I'll find a way around it. Making them count as normals, but still be usable as, like, follow-up only attacks. You can't just do, like, raw 5DD. Because I think a raw 5DD would be a little busted, if you ask me. But, I don't know. What do you guys think? But, right, when she's done, hopefully you'll have more even more freeform with her drive normals and Overdrive. But, you know the basic concept, at least, and it's probably gonna look really cool and be really stupid, judging by how much damage she gets off this shit. And, let's see, lastly, all of her drive normals during Overdrive can be whip-cancelled into specials or distortions. So you can do... Or, per se... all sorts of dumb stuff. Wait, would you be able to do... Okay, I probably won't do fucking JD into peak confit, but I am a little tempted to. Not gonna lie.
Well, I don't overdo it, Nerva.
But right, drive normals getting special cancel slash whip cancel into special slash distortions during her overdrive. And with that out of the way, that will conclude this showcase video. Like, as you can see, it's shorter. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that the bulkiest one was going to be the second one. But I guess time will tell on that one. Depends how much shit I get done in between all that stuff. But, yeah, tell me what you guys think about what I've been doing here. Give me your input, hopefully, on which song to use for her. I really don't got that much else to say, and that hopefully, besides that I can get all the stuff I want to working. Been a bit of a rough month, more or less, on the half end of things doing work here. Between having my new game, being a little bit burnt out, between working on quite a few mods for a while now. Celica not included, but some other ones behind the scenes, like Terror Me. Bug fixing Terror Me has been fucking hell recently, so... Don't worry, guys, I'm not on severe burnout. I'm not just gonna fucking quit cold turkey. I'm luckily not burnt out enough to do that, but I am... did slow me down a little bit here. Hopefully it'll pick up on the tail end of November, but time will tell there. In any case, that'll be all for Celica. Hopefully things look good to you guys so far. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to catch you in all future uploads and future Celica showcases, which hopefully there should only be 2 more, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little less optimistic about that December release date, but we'll figure things out when that time rolls around. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Might as well finish this faster, I guess. I'm not sure how I ended the last 2 videos, but I mean, fuck it. Never mind, we'll just end it like that. I'll see you guys later. Oh, shit.